Alright guys, got another quick video today. We're going to put brake pads on the Acadia. I had these pads to put on when I did the whole engine project. I just lost energy and there was enough on there that they could last a little longer. So here we go, it's just a quick video. So you will need caliper bolts are a 13 millimeter. Come out. You need access to the brake bleeder, so it'll just pull off. That one's not down to the wear indicator yet, and there's a little bit of life left in that one, but the inner one a little less. The other side was even more hammered, so good time. Comes with new clips. Make sure the sliders move freely, which they do. Plus the way these are made, I don't really want to pull that apart. So go ahead and get the dust out of here. Clean them off. While we have, we're gonna have to squeeze the that boot's kind of trashed. That's not good. Hopefully this thing won't be around long enough for that to be a problem. So what I like to do is pop the bleeder loose. Take a big pair of channel locks or C-clamp or something. Go ahead and squeeze the piston back. And squeeze the fluid out. And you don't want to do that. Stress your brake hose. So that saves pushing any contaminants back up to the master cylinder. Alright, now we'll hit it with a little bit of brake clean. The pads come with new metal clips. Apparently they're called abutment clips. And they sit in there, and the pad, the outside of the pad rides against those, and that holds it away from the rotor when it's not being applied. So they just snap in. Top one's kind of a pain. I already did the other side to practice, and it didn't want to go in very easy either, but there we go. All right, now new pads. Got some disc brake quiet stuff. I've had this can for like 20 years. It's a Worth product. Just takes a little bit of that. We will I got one shot with these clips because once this pad's in, it's a pain in the butt to get back out. So it pushes up against that metal spring and kind of pops in. That's what you want. The same thing on the outer one. Wipe that around, kind of coat that, and that's what'll push on the pad in the back. That boot being trashed isn't helping anything here. Tell you what, I'm going to stop for a second. I'm going to try to push that boot back in so we don't get it stuck between the pad. Okay, I got that boot tucked back in there. Got the pistons lubed with this brake quiet. Now you just kind of squeeze the pads by hand back together, get them started. And then you gotta kind of feel around for it to go in the slider pin. I'm sure there's a torque spec on here, but generally good and tight's plenty. Quick and dirty way to bleed the brakes. Just pop that bleeder loose, and usually he's gonna make a liar out of me today, but it'll actually drip enough that any air you got back in there, it'll drip out. Kind of bleeds itself. So what I'm going to do is I'll pop the hood, let this drip for a couple minutes, add some fluid, and it's kind of a quick and dirty way to change your brake fluid. And then in the end, don't forget the cap that goes over the bleeder when it's all done. There we go. New brake pads in like 20 minutes. One more thing I should have mentioned. Go ahead and pump up your brakes to just get the pads in where they belong, and then top off your brake fluid. And then don't forget to tighten and torque your wheels. In this case, they're 140 foot-pounds in a 22 millimeter socket. And then once you're done there, go for a test drive and kind of ease into them. Don't go out and stand on them, and you run the risk of panic stop, and you run the risk of glazing your pads and screwing up all this work you just did. So there you go.